Happy birthday
Happy
to
birthday
you.
to you.
Happy birthday
Happy
to
birthday
him.
to you.
Happy birthday, dear Rhetoric.
Rhetoric.
Happy birthday to you.
to you.
This will be so out of sync. It's annoying. It's amazing.
It is amazing. The best.
Yeah, your first in turn order too. We actually randomized this, but I just realized that's your birthday gift, I guess.
The best one.
So I'm playing Rogsi, yes, the boogeyman of the format, post bans, blah blah blah. It's still a fun deck. I'm playing this in Lisbon. It's a Turbo Nos ad nauseam with some, little changes here and there for my sake, Meltdown, One Ring, less wheels, more rituals, Dark Petition, all the good stuff. Hopefully we won't die to our own Necro.
So today I'm bringing a pile I'm testing. There are some versions of this out there. It's Thrasios Akiri or Thrasios Bruce. It's kind of interchangeable depending on what you want to neoform into. I don't really neoform my commander into anything, so I just run Akiri because it's cheaper. It's basically just your big mana, infinite mana combo deck that you just make infinite mana and channel it to Thrasios. I'm going a bit more storm-centric with like wheels and breach. I'm not sure if that's correct. Maybe you're supposed to cut that for more creature combos. I'm not sure, but I'm trying it this way because I like to go faster. So yeah, let's see how it works.
I want to play the new Tinybones because I think it's cool. It's basically a discard-orientated deck. I want my opponents to be discarding cards, and then I want to accumulate the value when they do so. But it also contains a few black control cards, so it's like mid-range black control in general, you could say.
Okay, so back with Thrasios Timna, Chain Stasis. It's a remix I built after seeing a deck on cEDH database a long time ago, probably a year or more, honestly. And I really like this deck. Haven't played it in a little while, especially post-ban. So we have a lot of similar things actually you'll find in Pontus's deck, but instead I'm playing black. So we will see how it goes as well. Let's take the first 7. Nothing to write home about. We have one land that we really can't even use till we get something down. We could toss it with Mox Diamond, but let's not waste time thinking even about that. Okay, this second 7, pretty nice. I mean, I'm first player, so I have the option to imp seal and then get something to get RHETORIC Study down on turn 2. Given the nature of playing 2 other sort of speedy decks, I think there might be value in just going ahead for, a 0 cost rock, even like Lotus Petal or something like that, using that to cast RHETORIC Study. Yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and keep the 7.
If this hand actually had just one, swamp, I think I would have kept this. Like, the hand is packed with really good cards like Waste Not, Vamp Tutor, and this card that can force people to discard cards. But there is a risk that I'm not going to chance on, so I'm going to be safe and mulligan this hand, sadly though. So we have a pretty good hand suddenly though. Dark Deal, perfect. That's like the MVP card of this commander. Each player discards all the cards in their hand and draws that many cards -1. Orcish Bowmaster together with that, and a Sol Ring. I think we're going to, wait, this is Gemstone Caverns. That's perfect. Oh man, this hand is actually golden.
Our first 7 would be interesting if I had 2 lands. Without having 2 lands, I don't think I ever keep this. The biggest problem is that my Worldly Tutor doesn't really do anything for me, as well as the Mox Diamond 1-lander. Since we don't have enough mana to cast our 2 mana spells, we're just gonna mulligan this. We still have Retraction Helix in the same slot. This hand just got worse. We have a Gemstone, which is nice, but no second land, and we don't have any plays at all. I guess we can keep up Silence or Red Blasts for those early Rogsi combos. No, we're not going to do that. Let's go to 6. I actually run a decent amount of lands in this list. And I know I'm usually low on lands, and I'm running 26, which is not the highest, but like, come on, it's not my usual 23, 24. I'm actually running all close to the average, close to the expected average. I don't know. Yeah, let's go to 5. No lander. I don't understand. What is this? I'm going to 4. I don't understand what's happening. This hand is great if I get to draw a land. If I keep Ragavan, Esper Sentinel, Springleaf Drum, hope to rip a land, that's pretty great. I'm not gonna gamble though. I'm going to 3, but let's just check. You see, that land didn't work. That would have felt even worse. I'm going to 3. I don't know what's happening. I don't think I can keep this. This is pretty much just a 1.5. So I guess a good 2 is always better. The One Ring and Rite of Flame makes it look like we can actually get something going, but it's still a turn 3 the One Ring at earliest. I'm going to 2. Yeah, I'm going to 2. If I keep a Mana Vault and Ristic Study and draw a land, that's a turn 2 Ristic. I actually think that's the best hand we've had so far. I'm keeping this because I'm not going to 1, and this is like actually a plan at least. But these mulls have been horrible.
So this is my first 7 that I kept. It's basically, in my opinion, it's a snap key. I'm last in turn notice a gemstone, pitching meltdown, fetch a land that produces blue and black, and step Tainted Pact to find Thrasios Oracle, and in my turn Demonic Consult with protection up.
So I have a Gemstone Caverns. I'm going to pitch this creature here, and it comes into play with a counter.
I have a Gemstone Caverns, and I'm gonna pitch a meltdown and pass.
Guys, I thought I was first. The hell. All right, let me draw a card. Land for turn will be the Marsh Flats. Fetched up an Underground Sea. Tap 1 for an Imperial Seal. All thumbs. I'm happy. I'll go find a card. And here's the card that I fetched up on the right. I will put that on top of my library and pass my turn.
Draw a card. I'm gonna play this Swamp. I'm gonna tap this, cast this Soul Ring, and then we're gonna cast the Tinybones Bubble Burglar. So whenever you guys discard cards, I get them. I pass.
Go to my turn. I will pass my turn.
Okay, I will draw a card. I'll play Polluted Delta. Since everybody's tapped out, I will crack Polluted Delta to 39. I'll find this real Underground Sea, and I'll pass turn.
Draw the card I knew was there. Breeding Pool, shock it in for 2. Dark Ritual, Ristic Study.
I'm fine with Ristic.
Now, here's the thing. I was so blindsided. I'm going to say this to you guys too. Sealed looking for Mana Vault, but that's not in this deck for some reason. So I lost sight that you played Soul Ring once, and I was like, why didn't I grab Soul Ring? So, if you've made it this far and you haven't screamed in the comments, now's your time to do it, folks. All right, I'll pass my turn.
Draw a card and untap. I'm gonna start off by floating a Colorless and casting an Orcish Bowmaster. I'm not paying for Ristic Study. You may draw a card. I'm gonna send 1 damage to Death's Face.
Ow.
Then I'm gonna use the floating colorless mana and cast Elder Fang Disciple. When Elder Fang Disciple enters the battlefield, each opponent discards a card, and I have a Tinybones in play. However, I am not paying for Ristic Study, so I'll grow my army and I will ping Death Face again. You may draw a card red. So I'm getting a Basalt Monolith, a Red Elemental Blast, and a land. I've already played land for turn, so I'm going to punch RHETORIC in the face this time and pass the turn.
Going to my turn. Passing my turn.
End of your turn, I would like to have an effect. Not paying for Ristic Study, here's the thing. Waiting for Monza's.
I'm sending 1 damage to your face, Death.
I feel happy. Tainted Pact resolves. Take a while. None of these are... Ah, there we go. I found Thrasios Oracle. And I'll put this into a separate exile pile to my Red Elemental Blast, which is marked by a stash counter. Put Oracle into my hand, and I would like to go to my turn. Tap, up, draw. Play this here, Gloomleg Verge. Cast Thrasios Oracle, not pay for Ristic Study. On ETB, I would like to hold priority, tap this for a black, and cast this beautiful new Demonic Consultation, not paying for Ristic.
I pass.
I will name the card Peer Past the Veil, which is a Gruul card, and it also references my channel. Exile my entire library, not there, and win the game. Also had protection up.
Now that was pretty fast. So let's do a game 2. So I am the lucky starting player. After calculating turn order, we figured out that the turn is Mons, Pontus, Death, and RHETORIC. So I will begin with a Swamp and a Nihil Spellbomb, and I pass the turn.
Start my turn. Land for turn will be a Savannah. I'll exile a Simian Spirit Guide, tap my Savannah to cast a Grim Monolith. I'll tap my Monolith to cast a Arcane Signets, floating and colorless. I'll tap my Signets, I use colorless floating, to cast a Draneth. And with Draneth in play, I'll pass.
I'm gonna play Flooded Strand. Lotus Petal. I will attempt the shortcut because I will crack this Flooded Strand for an Underground Sea, crack the Petal, and cast the Demonic. That's the card I want, and I'll pass.
My turn. I will draw a card. Polluted Delta. Fetch. Tropical Island. Ox Diamond. And I will discard this land. Pass.
Untap and draw a card. No Tinybones. So snow-covered swamp. But Waste Knot is pretty cool, so I'm gonna cast that Waste Knot. And after I cast my Waste Knot, I pass.
Go to my turn. I'll tap for 1 to cast a Springleaf Drum. Then I'll tap for 2, tapping my Draneth to cast a Thrasios. And with Thrasios in play, I'll pass the turn.
Take my turn. Meow. That's annoying. Okay. Green Sun Zenith for 1, and I grabbed a Bop. So I will pass after that.
Surveil. I'll dump this grinding station into my grave.
I'm gonna cast a demonic tutor.
I don't know.
So I'm finding Talon Gates of Madara. This is a land, and I'm actually lacking land drops, so I kinda need to find lands. But with this I can phase out that annoying Draenei Magistrate, which will allow me to cast my commander.
Go to my turn. Land for turn will be a volcanic island, and then I pass.
Draw a card. Interesting. I will go to 36 for shocking a watery grave. Then I'll attempt to cast a Rhystic Study.
I will respond. I'll cast a Fierce Guardianship targeting the Rhystic.
Sure. I will pass turn.
Untap and draw. I will tap 3 and cast Spellseeker. Spellseeker resolves. Let's go find some. There's the card. Then my consultation, and I will pass.
Untap and draw a card. I'm gonna play a Mox Amber. I'm gonna play Talion Gates of Madara. And ETB, I will phase out that Draenei Magistrate.
In response to you facing my commander, my Draenei out, I will tap its Springleaf Drum to add a red mana.
And then I'm gonna cast my commander, Tinybones. And then I'm gonna tap this and cast a Miasmic Mummy. This is gonna, when Miasmic Mummy enters the battlefield, each player discards a card. I'm looking at you guys.
In response, just to see what I have, I'm activate my Thrasios with the floating red mana. Thrasios activation, look at the top card. I kinda want that, but I can do better. Move it to bottom, and I will reveal a Boseiju, comes in tapped. Then I pass on the discard effect.
So I'm discarding a Blood Pet, then we have a Mental Misstep, we have a Besiege the Mirror, and a Force of Negation. So first and foremost, all of those goes into Tinybones for my collection, except the Blood Pet. Blood Pet actually goes to my graveyard. However, Waste Not will also trigger, and there were only non-creature spells, so I will draw 3 cards. Then we're gonna play a Mox Opal that we drew into, and then I pass the turn.
Go to my turn, face out my Draenei, face in my Draenei, and then draw for turn. Land for turn will be a Marsh Flats, which I will fetch, finding a Tundra. Then I will tap 2 to cast my other commander, Akiri, which is currently a 3/3, and then I pass.
Untap, upkeep, draw a card, pass the turn.
Drew a card. First order of business. Silence.
In response, I'm gonna activate Thrasios, tapping my Draenei. I will scry, put that on bottom, and reveal a Mana Vault. Then I pass on silence.
I will start by casting a Dark Ritual. This Dark Ritual resolve. Ad nauseum. Cool. I'm at 36. Thassa's Oracle for 2. Ragavan for 1. Chain of Vapor for 1. Praetor's Grasp for 3. 0 for Brass. 0 for Volcanic. 0 for Gloom Lake. 1 for Rider Flame. 1 for Flusterstorm. 1 for Rain of Filth. 1 for Mental Misstep. 2 for Tainted Pact. 3 for Burgi. 1 for Culling the Weak. 1 for 1 for Mystical Tutor. 0. 4 for the One Ring. 4 for the Mindbreak Trap. And I'll stop there. 2 life Mental Misstep.
Alright, that resolves.
Death is your savior.
Okay, pass.
In your end step, I'm gonna tap the Mox Opal and cast a Vamp Tutor. I'm gonna find this card, put it on top, and lose 2 life. And then go to my turn and draw the card that tutored for, which is gonna be this Dark Deal. And I wanna wheel, because someone has a really big hand. It's gonna give me a lot of triggers.
Can I concede?
I'll respond. Got to use the stuff that it wasn't wise to use. Anyways, 4. So I'm going to exile Elvish Spirit Guide for 1 green. And then I'm going to tap my 2 creatures and 1 more. I'm going to total 4 of the pool. And I'm going to Convoke Quarter Calling for 1. Esper Sentinel. And we can go back to you once. I'm discarding Demonic Consultation in Neo form.
So I'm going to gain an enormous amount of cards because Death's hand was really big and I have a Waste Not in play. First thing first, I'm gonna draw 2 cards because of Dark Deal. That's how it actually works. Then from both Rhetoric and Pontus only, I get 4 card draw from Waste Not.
Land-wise, you get 1, 2, 7. 7 lands.
14 black mana.
Creature-wise, you get 3 zombies from me.
3 zombies.
And you draw 13 additional cards.
And I draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Feels like Enos. So first thing first, we're gonna cast Slaughter Pact on Draenei Magistrate, because when I kill this, I get access to everything I have stolen.
I pass.
This means that I have Consult from Rhetoric, Tainted Pact from Death, and Thassa's Oracle from Death. I'm gonna use 2 black mana that I have floating from the big Waste Knot, and cast a Thrasios Oracle. Then I'm gonna use 1 black mana to cast Consult from RHETORIC. And there is a Mind Break trap that was actually exiled that Def had, but can no longer be used.
3, 4. No, I can't. I have no mana.
Oh, you have no mana. Oh, you have Red Mass, Pyroblast. Yeah, you have everything but no mana. Alright, I win! Dark Deal, Tinybones steals the victory. Literally.
Congratulations, Mons. You won with my deck. You won because I was greedy.
So those were some pretty clean, simple Thrasios Consult victories, right? Except the second game was, in my opinion, pretty amazing. That's like the dream meme scenario for Tinybones, which is rarely going to happen, but it was really cool to see. Now sure, Thrasios Consult was the finisher, but the journey towards it was, in my opinion, pretty amazing. Hope you enjoyed it, I did, and thank you so much guys for watching. We'll be back as normal next week. See ya!
Bye.